Hello students, so how are you all? In last lecture we have started chapter number 3, that is linear regression, and in that we have studied regression line y on x. What was regression line y on x? There were 3 steps in that formula. You remember all the 3 steps? Step 1 was to find b. Okay, how you have find b? The formula was b like sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon sigma x minus x bar square. This was one formula of b. Other formula was b is equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. Then third formula of b was n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square. So basically this was 3 formula of b. This was only step 1. Step 2 was to find the a. A was y bar minus bx bar. Then our third step was y cap. Y cap, that means estimate of y. What was the formula of y cap? It was a plus b x. So this basically formula we have learned in last lecture, and one more topic we have discussed, and that was error, and we have done illustration number 2 of this chapter. Error means what? Error means actual minus estimate. Error means actual minus estimate. Actual will always be given in the question. As I told you earlier, actual will always be given in the question. Okay, you can write in your textbook somewhere, error is equal to actual minus estimate. Actual is y, estimate is y, so error is y minus y cap. And you can also write in textbook that actual will always be given in the question. We have done illustration number 2 from textbook. The same sum is in 3.1 second. Okay, I have given you the homework, but then also I would like to discuss it here. If you have any doubt, then you can see here. To study the relation between the time of the usage of cars and its average cost, the following information is obtained. Cars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, time is x and average annual cost is y. Sometimes students get confused in 3 columns. Okay, because you have learned only 2 columns, x and y. In this question 3 columns are given, but there is no need to confuse, because it is clearly mentioned that x is time of usage and y is average annual cost. So there is no use of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is only the numbers. That means 6 cars are there, nothing else. What you have to find? You have to find a regression line y on x. So first question is clear, only you have to find the line. Second, you have to estimate the average car when the usage of the car is 5 years. You have to estimate the cost when usage is 5 years. So basically, when x equal to 5, you have to find the y, and you have to find the error. So these are the questions. How we will find it? First of all, x and y are given. We will find the column of x into y. So you have to remember, it belongs to formula. If you learn the formula, then you will easily remember that. So we will find the column x into y. X into y means x multiplied by y. So if there is 3 in x, 10 in y, so it's 3 into 10, simple, that is 30. Then if there is 1 in x, 5 in y, it's 1 into 5. Then it's 2 into 8, 2 into 7, 5 into 13, 3 into 8, and likewise. So that was xy. Now we have to find x square. How will find x square? We will have to make the square of x. So if x is 3, then square is 9. If x is 1, square is 1. X is 2, square is 4. X is 2, square is 4. X is 5, square is 25, and so on. So you have the total of x, y, xy and x square on the screen. Now what we will do? So n equal to x, sigma x is 16, sigma y is 51, sigma xy is 154 and x square is 52. So we will find the b. Now what is b? It is n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. So you have to simply put the digits in the formula. In place of n we will put 6. In place of sigma xy we will put the total of xy, that is 154, minus sigma x, total of x, that is 16, sigma y, total of y, that is 51, upon n sigma x square, 6 into total of x square 52 minus sigma x whole square, that is 16 square. So you know how to solve these stuff. Okay, we have done 2 or 3 sums earlier also. So the answer of B is 1.93. This was the step 1. Then we will find step 2. It's y bar minus bx bar. How you have to find y bar? It's sigma y upon n. Sigma y you have, yes, 51 upon 6. Okay, that is y bar. How you will find x bar? It's sigma x upon n. Okay, it's sigma x upon n. Then you have to find the y cap. Okay, so y cap is a plus b into x. So you have a, you have b, and you have x. Okay, what is x? X is given in the question. X is given in the question. Yes, now you have to find the error. How you will find the error? You have to check that, yes, estimate C you have found in the question 3 point, you have found in the answer 13.32. Now you have to check the question. We are coming to the question. See, in question just see, if x is 5, focus on here, if x is 5, okay, then y is 13. Okay, you can see here, if x is 5 then y is 13. So the actual is 13, and as I told you, actual will always be given in the question. So actual is 13. So now what you have to do? The actual is 13. So error is what? Error means actual minus estimate. So if actual is 13, estimate is 13.32. So it's 13 minus 13.32. So error is 0.32 negative. Got it? What is error? Error is 0.32 negative. Now we are doing illustration number 3, and yes, let's read the question, then I'll tell you that what's new in this. Illustration number 3. In order to study the relationship between repairing time of accident damaged cars and the cost of repairs, the following information is collected. Repairing time of car 32, 40, 25, 29, 35, 43, and repairing cost 25, 35, 18, 22, 28, 46. Obtain. What you have to find? The regression line of x. If time taken to repair a car is 50 hours, find an estimate of repairing cost. So basically x is given, x is 50, you have to find the y. Now what we have done in this sum, see, x and y is already given in the question. We have solved this sum by the first formula. Above mentioned 3 formulas I have given you of B. We have done the sums with the second formula till now. till 2 or 3 sums we have done with the second formula. In this sum we'll use the first formula. Okay, got it? How you have to use the first formula? It's quite simple. The first thing you have to find the x bar. What you have to find? The first thing you have to find the x bar. So x bar is 34. How we have solved this x bar? It's sigma x upon n, that is total of x. What is total of x? It's 204 upon 6. So after finding x bar, what you have to do the next? You have to find an column x minus x bar. Okay, you have to find the column x minus x bar. How you will find the column x minus x bar? It's basically 32 minus 34. Okay, see, you can read it, the column is x minus x bar, so first digit should be x, minus x bar, the second digit should be x bar. Okay, so if first digit is x, then it's 32 minus 34, that is minus 2, then 40 minus 34, 6, 25 minus 34, minus 9, 29 minus 34, minus 5, 35 minus 34, 1, 43 minus 34, 9. Okay, total of x minus x bar is always 0. You can write anywhere. Total of x minus x bar is always 0. Okay, this is the property of mean. Then we will find, what is our next step? We will find y bar. Y bar is total of y upon n. Now total of y is 174 upon 6, that is 29. So you will be finding y minus y bar. Now what is y? 25. What is y bar? 29. 25 minus 29 is minus 4. Then what is y? 35. What is y bar? 29. 35 minus 29 is 6. You are getting what I am telling? You can see how I find y bar. See, this is y 25 and this is y bar 29. So 25 minus 29 is minus 4. This is y 35. This is y bar 35 minus 29 is 6. Okay, I am talking about this. I hope you get it. Then 18 minus 29. Okay, you can see here it's 18 minus 29. It's minus 11. Okay. So this was our x minus x bar. Then what we'll do, we'll find a column x minus x bar multiplied by y minus y bar. So it's basically multiplication of the earlier two columns. Minus 2 into minus 4, minus minus plus, 2 4s are 8, 6 6 are 36, 11 9s are 99, minus minus plus, 5 7s are 35, minus minus plus, 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, 9 into 17 is 153. Okay, so this was quite easy. And then we will find the square of x minus x bar. Okay, you can see here it's x minus x bar and you have to do the square of that. So minus 2 square 4, 6 the square 36, minus 9 the square 81, minus 5 square 21, and so on. Then yes, so this was the first formula. Okay, it's quite easy. We will discuss about when you have to use the formula. First we will complete the sum. Okay, n equal to 6, x bar is 34, y bar is 29, x minus x bar, y minus y bar is 330, and x minus x bar square is 228. These all things we just now solved in the table. So the formula is quite simple. Formula is what? It's sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar upon sigma x minus x bar whole square. So the numerator is total of the x minus x bar, y minus y bar. So you have to put just the 330 in the numerator, nothing else. Yes, you have to put that 330 in the numerator. Then in denominator you have to put the 228. Okay, it's x minus x bar square. And as in when you solve, it's 1.45. Then next step is A is y bar minus b x bar. Now y bar you have found earlier 29, b is 1.45 and x bar is 34. So A is negative 20.3. Now what is y cap? Y cap is a plus b into x. So it's minus 20.3 plus 1.45 x. Now what is x? So in question you can read that x was 50. So we will put that 50 in this formula. So 50 into 1.45 is 72.5. 72.5 minus 20.3 is 52.2. So till now we have completed the two formulas of B. And yes, in end of the every answer, in end of the every solution, you have to write the sentence like this. When the repairing time is 50 hours, the estimating repairing cost is 52,000. Yes, whatever the question might be, you have to answer that question in theoretical manner. Okay, if it is asked find the correlation, then compulsory you have to write a sentence that correlation is 0.5. Whatever the answer you have, but not simply you have to solve like this. Okay, not simply you will be solving up to this. Okay, you have to write this sentence compulsory. Now I was discussing about when to use which formula. So first of all, keep in the mind you can use any formula and you will get the answer. First thing you have to put in the mind, you can use any formula of B, that means any of the three. Okay, you can use any formula of B and you will get the answer. That is for sure and final. Okay, there is no doubt in that. Then why three formulas are given, sir? So now I'll explain you some bits about when to use the formula. Okay, and I am explaining that generally when to use the formula. Generally, that means if I'll tell you that in this circumstance use first formula, then it will be easy. In this circumstance you will use the second formula, it will be easy. In this circumstance you will use the third formula, it will be easy. So I'll teach you that point, that at which circumstance which formula is easy. Otherwise every formula can be used in every situation. Okay, yes. What is it like? If you are not getting my point, then it is like that in your school there is a ladder, okay, and there is a lift. Yes, so now that lift is the thing which makes going upstairs and coming downstairs easy. Okay, it doesn't mean that you cannot go with the ladders. Yes, the same is with these formulas. I'll tell you that in which circumstance which formula is easy. It doesn't mean that other formula will not work. Obviously it will work. Yes, so you are getting my point. Okay, now what are these situations? This formula, okay, I'll term it as the first formula, as in my list it was the first. Okay, this formula is generally used when x bar and y bar are like this, round without any kind of point. Okay, this see in this x bar is 34 and y bar is 29. So there is nothing like 34.69. Okay, 34.97. It's not like that. So if x bar and y bar in round, okay, without any kind of fractions or without any kind of point, then you can use this formula and this formula will be easy. You got my point? You can write in the textbook if needed. This formula is used generally when x bar and y bar are not in fractions, okay, and are in round. So this formula is easy. Then sir, what we will use if x bar and y bar in points or fraction? Okay, if x bar and y bar in point and fractions, then you will use the second formula. Okay, we have started the chapter with that second formula, n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square. So that second formula was generally used when these x bar and y bar are in point. Sir, why if x bar y bar point, then why we use that formula? If you visualize in this sum, For example, if x bar was not 34 and x bar was 34.79, let's take x bar was 34.79, then how would you have found this x minus x bar? You would have found like 32 minus 34.79, this would be minus 2.79. every digit would be in fractions, the multiplication could be in fractions, the square would be in fractions, the answer would be in fractions, so it will be bit complicated to calculate. That is why we use the other formula, okay, the second formula, if x bar and y bar are in fractions or points. Okay, so this was general idea as I told you. Yes, today we are proceeding further in the third formula. Just wait till the slides appear. Yes, now we'll use the third formula, that is shortcut formula. Now why this formula is used? So this formula is generally used. See, I am using the term generally. Every time I will use this term generally. As I told you, this is to facilitate you. It doesn't mean that earlier does not work. Earlier formula will work. Now why this shortcut formula is used? This method is generally used when digits of x and y are large. That means if you get x in 100, 200, 300, 400, or you can say you can get in thousands also. Same way, if you will get y in thousands, okay, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1000, 2000 and something. What happens then? Then if you will multiply x into y, your digits will be in 10,000s or maybe in lakhs. X square will be in 10,000 or in lakhs. The total of x and y will be 10,000 in lakhs. Okay, so the calculation again becomes difficult. So to solve that difficulty level, we are using the shortcut formulas if the digits are very large in numbers. What is the shortcut formula? It's b is equal to n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square. So formula of b only changes, a and y cap remains the same. A is y bar minus b x bar and y cap equal to a plus b into x. In illustration number 4, in order to determine the relationship between the monthly income and monthly expenditure of people of a group, a sample of 7 person is taken. The monthly income and monthly expenditure is taken. Obtain the regression line of the monthly expenditure on monthly income if person has monthly income of rupees 75,000. Estimate his monthly expenditure. So how you have to find this? See, these digits are quite large. It's 60, 70, 74. Okay, and y is 50, 59, 57. So I'll solve this sum with a shortcut formula. Now some student thinks that sir, we can calculate it easily, it's not large for us, then it's okay. In exams, choice is given to you, whichever formula you go with, okay, there is no compulsory. Now we'll find with the shortcut formula. So how this shortcut formula works? First of all, we have find x bar, and there is no need to find x bar compulsory, we have found for our reference. So x bar is 65.86. Now as you know that these digits are large, so I want to short these digits. That means I want to reduce these digits. So what I'll do, I'll find a column named u. Yes, I'll find the column named u. What I'll do, I'll subtract a digit from x. Which digit I'll subtract? In here, that means in this above mentioned slide, x bar is 65.86. We have not subtracted x bar, but we have subtracted a digit closer to x bar, which we will name as a. So this 65 is not x bar, 65 is a. A is for assumed mean. This 65 is assumed mean. Mean is 65.86, but we have assumed 65. Now what we have done with this 65? We have subtracted this 65 from every x. Okay, let's take lookout. X is 60, 60 minus 65 is minus 5. X is 70, 70 minus 65 is 5. X is 64, 64 minus 65, that is minus 1. It's typing error. Okay, it's minus 1. It's typing error here. So basically what I was telling, it's u is equal to x minus 65. The same way we have done with y. Y bar is 55.29, you can see, and we have taken a digit 55 and we have subtracted 55 from each and every y. Okay, you can have a look. 50 minus 55, see, this is 50, this is 55, this is minus 5. 59 minus 55 is 4. Okay, you can see it. Now you would be having a bit question in your mind that, sir, why you have taken similar to x bar. X bar is 65.86, you have taken 65. Y bar is 55.29, you have taken 55. Now listen, this is assumed mean, as I told you. 65 is also assumed mean and 55 is also assumed mean. As the word says assumed, that means you can take any number. You can take any number except x bar also. You can take any number. I have taken 65. You can take 60, you can take 50, you can take 55. But keep in mind the digits should be reduced. Okay. If you subtract any number, like if you subtract only 5, then all the digits remains large only, so there is no need. So you have to take the digit like your purpose should be solved. And what is my purpose? To reduce the digits. Okay. Some students do like they take the smallest number. Okay, like if in x, which is the smallest number, it is 62 or 60. Yes, so what they do, they subtract 60 from this. So what they do, they'll find column of u like x minus 60. Why so, sir? If you will subtract the smallest digit, then every digit will be positive. There will be no negative digit in u. So students do like that. You can also do it. Okay, there is no there is no problem. Okay, you can take any digit, as I told you, any digit. Answer will be same, obviously. Okay, answer will be same. Then the steps are same for us. We have to find uv. Uv, that means u multiplied by v. Then we will be finding u square. And after finding everything, what is the formula? So you can see the formula is b is equal to n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v. If you compare this formula with the second one, in place of x there is u, in place of y there is v, nothing changed. In place of x there is u, in place of y there is v. So it's n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square. And after solving this first step, b is equal to 0.6. After solving the second step, a is equal to 15.77, and in question x was 75. So if you put the 75 in place of x, the answer is 60.77. So I hope you understand. And today you have homework, the third and fourth sum of 3.1. Third and fourth sum of 3.1. We'll continue this formula in the next lecture. Till then, revise this chapter. Thank you.